There's really three pieces on this thing when we're talking about building partner capacity. It's number one, meeting the requirements of our State Department and their strategic objectives and goals. Number two, and just as important, is what does that African land force, or what does that African country want its military to go forward with? And then the third one, of course, is resourcing it.
USARAF is a headquarters command, so where do you get your manpower?
We reach back into the reserve and the guard and the active. But the reserve and the guard have been major lifters as far as our missions here for the last at least 18 months I've been here.
What would you say has been the biggest learning lesson for you?
I think the biggest piece that keeps being relearned is you just got to have patience. You're on African time. Every country is different. There's 54 countries here in Africa. Take it a step at a time and understand that each of these countries are different. And we're not going to impact the U.S. Army model on a country. There's elements and systems that we use that work very well, but they're going to develop on their own. And it's going to be, based on what they want for their armed forces.
Look forward 5 years, sir. What do you see in the future for USARAF and your mission?
I see actually making, steady impact on our partners. I see the potential for getting the regional relationships. And when we talk about our regional exercises, getting, say, the East Africans, so you talk about Rwanda, Burundi, Uganda, Tanzania, and Kenya, hopefully Ethiopia, getting them working together as a region. What it does is it's not, we get the value out of the training exercise, but what they really do is get the value of that interaction between their Chief of Land Forces and their other forces of working together. And so a lot of the problems that you find in Africa are really regional issues. You can't fix it by the country. It's a regional issue just because of the tribal boundaries and some of the other artificialities of how some of the nations were cut up.
What should the United States, what should America understand about what USARAF is doing?
I think what folks need to understand is that we come in with a very small footprint, and the impact is huge. To give you an example, in Burundi, they had no chaplaincy like we have. And they were concerned about the continuous deployments into Amazon, into Somalia for the peacekeeping mission that they're doing. And so our chaplain actually worked with their land forces to develop a chaplaincy program that is now enduring. There's a lot of future and promise here, a lot of challenges. But when you sit down, you work with the land forces and the soldiers, and they're soldiers like anywhere else. And they want to do good, and they want to do right for their country, and more importantly, they want to do right for their families and their population.